all the new games that have been coming out, potential games coming out in the near future. There was also, I do remember something. There was also a few articles that I've been reading about the Subnautica 2 team. Part of that team was fired, which is kind of interesting. I heard that there was 250 some odd monies. I can't remember if it was like 1,000. I think it was 1,000 on the line, and they were about to. They figuratively could have reached that goal, and then they were fired. That's interesting. I don't know if it's 100% true, but you're more than welcome to go and look up and do your own research, as I suggest to everybody. Never take what I say as fact. Always go out there, question, and do your own research. I mean, we have we have Pirate Software out there where he is, deemed to be the coder of Twitch, and literally is backsliding heavy on his back. I mean, maybe on his face, really, because he really fucked up, in my opinion. All that talk about Blizzard and working at that big company, it don't do shit, man. I mean, you probably ain't gonna see this, but don't do shit, dog. Realistically, if let's say that you do have experience and stuff like that, experience will show whether or not you are truthful to what you've done in the industry. Doesn't matter what kind of degree you have, doesn't matter who you know. I mean, it kind of does matter who you know, but in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter, because as soon as you fuck up, and as you're seeing right now, as soon as somebody fucks up, misinterprets something, doubles down, triples down, hexa down, deca down, you start to lose your audience real quick. But that's because he's arrogant too. I mean, there's plenty of people covering it. There's a lot of different people that have been covering up the issue of the Stop Killing Games and Pirate Software. But yeah, he really fucked up. I did used to watch him at one point, just to kind of see, is it even possible for me to make a game? It could be in the future, but I think that was the wrong avenue to kind of go down. Now looking at it, future of 2025 here. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I definitely encourage everybody to do your own research, because if you don't try to find the truth, all you're gonna do is believe what somebody says. You're never gonna you're never gonna make it out there, be honest with you, because of course the internet lies. I lie, you lie, we're all human. But if we do lie and we get caught in that lie and there's proof against that lie, and you complain and you act like you know better because you have this fancy little degree, or you have this knowledge because so-and-so that you knew used to work at that company, or worked on a game that we've played in the past, or worked on a game that, everybody's played in the past. I imagine everybody's played at least a Blizzard game before, or at least a good chunk. But you can see, I mean, it's ridiculous. Truly, it's showing how childish people can be. Even though they may seem grown up, they may be in their 30s, late 20s, early 40s. Anybody can be arrogant. Anybody can be arrogant. Anybody can really screw themselves over because they're not willing to say, my bad, I fucked up, let me fix it, and really, take accountability for what you do. You may think that you're right. In the grand scheme of things, even if you think you're right, you could be wrong. I've been in that position multiple times where I thought I was right on certain situations and I was wrong. And there were some that I was very well informed in and I was right. But you have to take your first steps into learning, what is right and what is wrong, Why is it that way? What is the truth behind it? Because everybody's going to tell you what they want you to know, what they want you to think they know. There's plenty of people out there that try to defame people too. I mean, we've seen that. We've seen that all over. We had the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. That happened. Everybody thought, oh, Johnny Depp did all this stuff, but in all actuality, you know, it's a bunch of hoopla. You know, people are trying to take what little bit of credibility and emotional vulnerability of people and try to push their narrative to it to try and get their point and say, oh, I'm right because XYZ, when in reality, it's not like that. There is no XYZ that should be taken for not granted, but taken for fact. That's what I was thinking of. Because everybody can look at something differently. I could go to the store, somebody else can go to the store, I go in there and go get this, and I go and experience something. Somebody else is going to experience the same thing, but we're going to have two different narratives of what actually happened. It's not like everybody's going to line up to the exact same thing that you said. Everybody misconstrued some of the facts, regardless of who you are. Our job as people and those who are, you know, who are watching content creators and streamers and trying and seeing all the drama, not necessarily trying to cast judgment, but seeing all the drama that's happening, and for us to decide, okay, are we going to watch this person anymore? Is this person really worth, you know, the $10, the $5 subs, the $200 sub that you may have, or are they just a bag of dicks and they're not worth any of it, and you're wasting your time, wasting your money on somebody that is not really, you know, not really somebody that is who you thought they were. But that all comes to go with being parasocial and having those types of networks and stuff like that, which is understandable. Everybody gets to a point to where they think they know that person, and in reality, you don't. Nobody does. They could be, you know, the greatest guy on stream, be like, oh, you know, you're awesome, blah, 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 and then come around, turn off the stream and be like, oh, these guys are stupid, they're sending me all this money, and I'm getting so rich off them. Like, just ridiculous stuff. And that's the same thing with actors, the same thing with voice actors, the same thing with anything in life. Co-workers, bosses, everybody does it. And if you don't do it, you definitely do it. I mean, you're in denial, buddy. Just saying. If you want more hot takes, like, comment, and subscribe. That's all I'm gonna say.